super mega excited to be sharing this video with you guys because today we're gonna be talking about season 3 of the show called C. It's actually available to watch on Apple TV, and yes, I've already done a review regarding Haniwa and Wren's relationship on the show. So if you guys want to see the part 1 that adds up to part 2, I will definitely recommend you guys to go do so, because the main focus of this video will to be talking about season 3 and everything that developed between them. I'm very surprised about the outcome. I'm very surprised of the ending for them, and I'm also very excited to see what's gonna happen on season 4, because the way the show ended, I feel like there will be a season 4. So yes guys, before we get into more details and talk about it, please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel, and please let me know down below in the comments if you guys have watched the show, if you guys have followed the relationship of these two ladies, and what are your thoughts on it. Did you like it? Did you dislike it? And what are your predictions for season 4? And what do you think about the outcome of season 3? So let's get right into it. So basically, Haniwa and Wren. Summing up real quick, the end of season 2, the two ladies parted ways because they were both fighting for the opposite sides. They were kind of like enemies who turned into lovers, but their connection was so real that they couldn't stay apart from one another. But then things took a turn and they had to prioritize their tribes and and their groups, so they ended up going to war and also had to separate. So they actually separated in the middle of the war. They had this very cute moment with one another, and they said goodbye to one another, and after that day they didn't see one another again. They kind of when they went separated ways. So basically in season 3, Wren, just to give you guys a quick sum up who is who and what roles do they play. Wren is introduced in the second season. She is a smart and ambitious woman. Ainhoa, on the other hand, she is a regular on the show, and her father is a very powerful man who plays a major role on the show, and we will get into more details with that. During season 3, episode 3, that's where you will have the scenes of the two ladies first together. There is when they reconnect with one another. Wren goes looking for Ainhoa to warn her about the attack that's about to happen, on the attack that's about to approach. So she wanted to get there before the people got there. So that's exactly what there happened. And when Wren and Ainhoa reconnected, it was so intense. They just hugged each other out. The energy was real because they really haven't seen each other in a really long time, and also because they thought they will never see one another ever again. So the fact that it happened under these circumstances, it was very shocking, especially for Ainhoa, because her mind was already dealing with other stuff that was going on with her brother, and to see the love of your life just pop up like that was really there's something that she really needed. That she really needed to see Wren and have and be her in her presence, because the two ladies, they really connect on a very special level. Wren and Ainhoa end up grouping up and and start to fight against this attack that is coming. They were planning everything out with Ainhoa's group, of course, so they can figure out which direction to go to fight the enemies and all of that. And that's exactly what happened. For the first time ever, Wren and Ainhoa, they were fighting for the same for the same side, for the same for the same battle, for the same group, on the same purpose, so that was also something very good to see, very opposite on what happened on season 2. Wren confesses to Ainhoa that she's afraid and that she can and that she can't go back home because her family will never accept the fact that she's not blind and that she can see, because her family doesn't know that she that she has vision, that she can see. So she's very afraid that once her group, once her tribe, once her people, once her family finds out this about her, they will eliminate her. So this was also her way to escape, even though Ainhoa's tribe and people are also against the people who has vision, who can see. They are very more accepted towards it. They are like, okay, you guys can help us, but you guys you guys can take position of power in our tribe. So there was also like a safe space for for Wren, but things didn't work out. So as the season progresses, Wren and Ainhoa gets married. Ainhoa's father passed away. Unfortunately, he wasn't there to see his daughter getting married. But yes, Haniwa and Wren, they got married. They actually got married very, very unexpectedly. I wasn't expecting them to get married, but yes, they got married, and it was a beautiful wedding. They both were like with flowers and just happy, surrounded by people who care for their love, even though it came as a surprise for a lot of people. But yes, it happened. So after the wedding, that's where things started to get a little bit out of control, because Ainhoa and Wren actually ends up running away, and not actually running away, but just leaving and going away from Ainhoa's tribe, because Ainhoa was having this conversation with her leaders, and her leaders was basically saying that the people that are not blind, they will be accepted into the tribe, but they will have certain limitations. And Ainhoa was very, very upset, because she's not a criminal. No, she fought, to for her people, to keep her people safe, and the fact that she's still treated like she doesn't belong, it really, really hurts her and her brother as well. So she was like, I'm not gonna take this. My father, he gave so much for the community, for the fact that, and now you guys come around and treat us like we are criminals just because we have vision. That's not right. So she got really, really upset about it, because she realized she will never be accepted, and she will never become queen there, just because the fact that she can see. So after that, she had this whole discussion with her brother, and her brother made her realize that she will just have to accept it for what it is, and that the queen, or the leader, the ambassador in this case, she's not wrong. She actually has a point. But Ainhoa just had a very different vision, because she feel like she does belong, she does deserve to have power, because she have done so much, and her father also has contributed so much. So she kind of got into her feelings, and then of course Wren and Ainhoa, they ended up going away from the tribe. She went without saying goodbye, so they ran away. They just escaped, because they just didn't want to be part of it anymore. They needed a new start and a fresh start. So as they were on their journey for a new start, they actually found this group of people who are, who all have sight, who all can see. So they were very surprised to see how many of them are actually out there, and they were not the only ones who have vision, besides the people that they know that also has vision. And they found this very big group, and they were very, very well welcomed. They were welcomed with open arms, a lot of new technology. They were creating stuff. I feel like it was phones, I don't know, something, radio, something was going on, they were building. So Wren and Ainhoa, they were very surprised by it, because they didn't expect to find so many people with vision, and everybody together, working together to a cause. So they were basically received with open arms, and that's where the season ended. So that's why I'm saying I'm very excited to see what's gonna happen on season 4, because I feel like Ainhoa and Wren, they're gonna organize a group that's gonna, I don't know, go and invade something. I don't know. I just feel like something very amazing is gonna happen. Hopefully, Ainhoa, she can become queen, because